years old, and he comes up to me and he says, "Hey, can you buy me some Feel Free?"
The video that I just stitched from your bestie Misha was the first time that I have ever heard of Feel Free. And because of that video, I started going down a rabbit hole. That blue bottle, Feel Free, is sold at your local gas station and is marketed as all natural and a wellness drink. But it contains something called kratom. That is an opioid-like substance that has thousands of people actually hooked. People are getting hooked on this small bottle, and the FDA has been issuing serious warnings. And this is the first time I have ever heard of it. That video made me start looking at other videos. And in another video, they said that on Reddit, there were all kind of stories. There's a subreddit that's talking about the addictive qualities of it. So I started going through and doing all kind of research. Now, I am going to put Misha's video on the tail end of this so that you can hear what he experienced for the first time when he saw a 14-year-old that was addicted to this. And this is just a reminder before trying anything that's supposedly a trendy wellness product. Do your research. Your health is worth a whole lot more than these marketing campaigns. And some of these things that are marketed as health and wellness, they are not good for you. Hence the reason why they are so addictive. What's so crazy is these are so addictive, and I don't know, I've never heard of this. Let me know in the comments if you've ever heard of this. Now what I'm going to do is show you some of the Reddit posts that I came across yesterday as I was scrolling through. No clue. I had no clue that this was going on. When I put Feel Free in the search engine over on Reddit, this is one of the first posts that I came across. This was from 5 months ago in the Austin subreddit. It's titled, "Running a Marathon? Do Not Try Feel Free. Kratom Being Handed Out." They were handing this out at a marathon, which is crazy to me because you would think that someone that is running a marathon and training and doing all of this should not be drinking stuff that is addictive and that kind of thing. And so they give this link for something else, Austin Running subreddit. And it says, "Addiction is a slippery slope. See this post in the Austin Running Reddit and associated links." I'm going to go to that link in just a moment. Before that, I'm going to go to ATX. ATX Original says, "Worked at a smoke shop. Kratom is typically used for, in Austin at least, opiate withdrawal. We're being handed out at a running event." And then Tubas Are Fun says, "Vaping 2.0. If you can't get people to buy the real deal, make an addictive substitute to help with withdrawal, then market it to young people." I'm just putting this information out there, especially if you have a teenager that has his or her own money and can go to stores and buy stuff without you. You need to be aware of what is going on. The post is deleted in the Austin Running subreddit, but the title says, "Feel Free booth at the expo is handing out its free samples of addiction in a bottle." And I just wanted to get to this part because it is a fuller synopsis or a fuller comment. This comment took me to this subreddit, Quitting Feel Free. And of course, I did go to that, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But Formal Antelope says, "Subreddit for those needing help to get off of Feel Free." They give us this subreddit, and it says, "I don't know how a literal synthetic opioid found its way to the expo. There's supposed to be laws in place to keep out pharmaceutical companies, but since Feel Free and its active ingredients aren't regulated or controlled in Texas, they have capitalized on a gray area in Texas law that allows Feel Free to set up shop at UT and other local events. At least pharmaceutical companies undergo strict testing and evaluation by the FDA. These guys, nope. Wherever you are, if you go to the gas station today, check and see if there are Feel Free bottles where you are locally." I'm going to do that too. I haven't been out to go to the gas station since I started down this rabbit hole, so I haven't had the opportunity to check. But this is what happens when deregulation happens. They can put opioids in a bottle and market it as natural. On Tuesday, the U.S. Department of Justice announced the United States Marshals, acting with investigators from the FDA, seized nearly 250,000 bottles of liquid product containing kratom. 1.0 tank of liquid product containing kratom, more than 1,200 cartons of capsules containing kratom, and over 1,000 kilograms of bulk powder kratom. The seized articles contain kratom were manufactured by Botanic Tonics, LLC of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and are marketed under the name Feel Free Plant-Based Herbal Supplement. The seized products are estimated to be worth more than $3 million. The bulk kratom and articles containing kratom were seized after the Attorneys General the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Northern District of Oklahoma filed a civil forfeiture complaint on behalf of the FDA. The complaint alleges that kratom is a new dietary ingredient for which there is an inadequate information to provide reasonable assurance that it does not present a significant or unreasonable risk of illness or injury. The complaint further states that dietary supplements containing kratom are adulterated under the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. He continues with, I won't be able to do much, but please, someone who knows someone or can contact someone, get the F out of Austin and UT athletics. Drug companies have no place advertising at local sporting events like this, selling synthetic opioids for heaven's sake. Okay, so, like I said, no clue. I had no clue that this was happening. So if you have heard of any of this, please join the conversation in the comments. When I click into the Quitting Feel Free subreddit, these are a couple of the titles that I saw first. This person said, my heart rate. I have taken 7 Feel Frees in the span of 24 hours. My heart rate is so messed up. Just typing this out has it at 94. If I get up and walk, it goes to like 115 to 125. That is dangerous. This person seems like they're trying to quit, and they said, forgot to make a post, but 3.5 days in, or 3.5 days clean. The person at the bottom, it says, pure deception. I tried my first Feel Free about 3 months ago, and I remember it making me feel very ill, but of course I wanted to try it again because that's how my brain is wired. The second time I caught that buzz that was advertised by the company, a clean, focused, euphoric feeling like effing opioids, and starting to find an excuse to go have one every day. I usually save it for nighttime. As time passed, I found myself using them to do things like go lay out at the pool and relax, and really love taking them before going to the grocery store. I don't know why this was so fun for me. I also discovered that when I throw alcohol into the mix, it's an incredible high. I'm now at the point where I'm reaching up to 4 a day on certain days, and I'm starting to actually worry. I mean, these things have absolutely taken a large chunk out of my bank account, and it's depressing to watch. I think I had my very first taste of what a withdrawal feels like today during a 12-hour shift at work, and it was absolute hell. When I got home, lo and behold, the first video that popped up as I started scrolling through TikTok was a guy talking about just how potent and terrible these things are, and he led me to this subreddit. I'm taking the leap and leaving the behind for good as of now. Whew, I got cut off. He says, happy to be here, or happy to be in the Quitting Feel Free subreddit. This post was about a month ago. This person says, today is day 1. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm tired of being a slave to a little blue glass bottle. I'm tired of never having money. I'm tired of waking up and all I can think of is going to the store and getting more. And most of all, I'm tired of disappointing my wife, who I've promised a ton of times I've stopped, but seeing her face every time she finds a new empty bottle I've stashed somewhere. This evil crap has cost me too much money, strained my relationship with the person I love more than anyone, and made me someone I'm not proud of. Today, I start taking back my life. Yeah, I know it's going to be rough, but I've had enough. I can't do this anymore. This stuff sounds scary as all get out. It sounds super duper addictive from the little bit of research that I've done. But just a reminder, research anything. These people are trying to sell to you. They don't care about addiction at all. Make sure to trust your instincts and make sure to share this stuff. Let's let other people know so that we don't get to the point where so many other people are addicted to this stuff. I am going to continue to do my research because I heard that there's some kind of lawsuit going. I haven't gotten to that point in my research down this rabbit hole. Tell me your experiences and go ahead and watch Misha's video.
Hi, no joking in this video. This is a warning, specifically for parents, but I guess really for anybody. Something truly disturbing just happened to me. I just stopped for gas on my way home, and while I was there, I wanted a beverage, so I went to go inside. So as I'm walking in, I am approached by a child. I mean, this kid, he was maybe 14 years old, and he comes up to me and he says, "Hey, can you buy me some Feel Free?" I didn't understand what he was talking about, but I said, "Do you need food or something?" And he said, "No, I need Feel Free." And I was like, "I'm sorry, no." And this young kid lunged at me and tried to take my wallet out of my hand. I grabbed it really fast and I just went inside. So I go inside, I grab my drink, I go up to the cashier and I was like, "Hey, just so you know, there's like some kid out there. He was asking me to buy something for him." And he like tried to grab my wallet and she was just like, "Oh my gosh, it's this." And she pointed to this little blue bottle on the counter that I've never seen before. Looks like that. And I was like, "Oh, what's that? Like a 5-hour energy?" And she was like, "No, this stuff is so sad. I have people coming in here 5-6 times a day to get this. It's so addictive. And people lose their minds. People act like actual crackheads or like they have heroin addictions over this little drink." So I get home and I look into this. People are literally going to rehab over this drink that is legal in most states in the US, that is sold at gas stations. I mean, it's called Feel Free, but traps you in addiction. That feels very nefarious. But I don't think that we talk enough about things that are legal but sold next to gum and energy drinks. And yeah, this kid was so young, and like his face is like just burned into my memory about how lost he looked. So please be careful.